What's going on, guys? So, I got a bit of a better mic here. Um, there were a couple of people who said it was like I was whispering on my other videos, and then I listened to my latest one, and I did not like the audio. So I had to go ahead and give in and get a mic. But I wanted to speak on just a couple of things that you might have missed in episode 10, the season finale of Spartacus, House of Ashur. So, there are two key moments in this episode. The first is Caesar's private conversation with Cornelia, his wife. Cornelia admits that she doubts, or she had doubts, when the old fool Gabinius promised his simpleton daughter's hand to Pompey. Caesar brushes her off, and he claims that the gods favor him. Cornelia reinforces his confidence and his ego, and she says, "Has there ever been such a man?" But then she asks the most important question of the scene. What of Crassus? And the way she says it, it's not really casual. She says,
"What of Crassus?"
It's almost a little sly. It suggests that there's a layer, that Crassus isn't really aware of. So Caesar says that he'll deliver a message to Crassus in advancement of his departure to Rome. So that means that Caesar plans on controlling this piece of information. And when he says that, he flashes this, it looks like a book or a ledger, more than likely something with information. It's got information in it. I don't know if I should refer to it as a ledger. He has this ledger that he flashes to Cornelia, and the camera zooms in on it. But then Ashur comes in, and he disrupts. So, what is in that ledger? What is in that book? The second key moment comes during the Primus, when Caesar mentions Pompey marshaling men and moving south towards Brundisium, likely preparing to cross into Greece and strengthen his forces. So this is where shit starts to get a little interesting. Historically, the Triumvirate, just very briefly, the Triumvirate, Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus, functioned kind of as a private alliance. And Pompey wanted land for his veterans. Crassus wanted wealth and military dominance. Caesar, he needed men to maintain balance, to elevate himself politically, and he wanted consulship, things like that. He wanted political elevation, basically. Pompey and Crassus do not trust one another. They coexist because Caesar bridges the gap. He does this in the show, and he did this historically. He regulates tension, so to speak. Caesar decides what is revealed, when it's revealed, and how urgent shit feels, basically. That's his role in the story up until he gets offed. That's what he did when he came and he revealed that the Cilicians, Crassus, we already knew about that shit, bro. Like, da, da, da. That's his role. That's what he does. He's a deliverer of information. He's kind of like he's ringing the towel. He's the tension guy. That's his role. That's what he does. That's literally what he's doing. Well, what he was doing. What he was doing. So if Pompey is mobilizing and Caesar is managing how and when that information reaches Crassus, then Caesar is not just a messenger. He's also kind of like a stabilizer, like a bridge, a diplomatic bridge between Pompey and Caesar. So if you remove him, like when Ashur I gotta stop laughing. Like when Ashur kills Caesar, with no surviving witnesses beyond Halara and Ashur himself, Cornelia is sent away. The bridge between Pompey and Crassus is gone, but that ledger is still there. And this is where shit starts to get a little bit crazy, because we don't know exactly what's inside that book. I can sit here and, I can guess all damn day, but I don't know exactly. I wish I did. It could contain confirmation of Gabinius's death, details of Servius's rise and his compliance, because he seems very much on the side. Well, he seemed very much on the side of Caesar and Crassus. Also, it could include Pompey's movement south to Brundisium, private coordination between powerful men. It could be anything in there, man. It could be anything. But here's the big question. Does it mention Ashur? Is he mentioned? Is he implicated in Gabinius's death? And if he is, then he cannot use that information. He got to destroy it. Or at least he got to, pick a couple pages up out of that motherfucker, at the very least. And if Ashur is implicated in that ledger, and it gets into the wrong hands, that person has to die. No ifs, ands, buts, or qualms. However, Pompey, he is, everyone saw him strike Gabinius. As far as everyone's concerned, he did it. Cornelia saw it. Caesar saw it. No one saw Ashur smother Gabinius. But Ashur could still be implicated in orchestrating the entire, shindig. But if Ashur is not named explicitly, if the ledger has no mention of him, then it could be leverage over Pompey and Crassus, the two most powerful men in Rome, who are now going to be headed towards war with one another. That could place Ashur in position to play a downgraded role of Caesar between the two men, potentially. If he could have them on, some sort of blackmail leash, he could sort of play like a downgraded version of Caesar, but through blackmail and deception and schemes. But let me know what you guys think. Is the snake Ashur gonna lose his head for this, or is he gonna achieve heights that even we didn't think possible? Because I'll be honest, I certainly did not expect him to kill the legate Caesar. But alright guys, I'm getting really tired. I've been working on this for a while, trying to get my audio, getting this mic and stuff. And let me know how you guys like the mic. That was what I had to say. Let me know how you like the microphone, the audio. And I'll see you on the next one. See what else I can cook up and think about. Try to get something out for Friday for you guys, just to scratch that Spartacus itch. And alright, I'll see you guys later.